tired of playing games like these? Tired of mining for hours? Want a game just like this? Hey, how you doing?
No, wait, yeah.
Oh, please don't charge at me. Ah!
I felt incredibly overpowered.
The Triceratops is gonna kill me.
Are you? If you fucking die right now, I'll cut you. I'm literally.
The thing just charged at me. I'm at half health! Well, I'm here to tell you that it exists on Steam. The Hunter Primal is a first-person survival dinosaur game where the player attempts to survive on an island infested by dinosaurs. The premise of the game is to get better weaponry and equipment to hunt larger dinosaurs to gain higher points and climb the leaderboard. While in theory this sounds like a great idea, the execution is less so. Not to completely crap on the game, it's kind of a dead game on Steam. A dead game literally means the developers have just left the game and rarely updated, maybe do some minor updates, but other than that, there's nothing else added to the game. But the game is still a really good game. If the developers actually came back to update the game, the Hunter Primal may actually be a really fun game, which is why we want to review it, because with more people on the game, on the servers, we could totally see how this could be a really good game in the future. What we're trying to say is that there is potential in this game. It's actually, right now, even I would call a pretty good game. They just have to come back and actually work on it. Have people, come on the servers, and by that, you gotta advertise the game, update the game. First, we're going to start talking about positives of the game, because there are quite a bit of positives to talk about. The first thing I wanted to talk about was the graphics. The first thing you notice, it's what you're looking at the screen, and the graphics on the game. For the year it was made, it was just 2015, pretty sure. It's not that bad. Even for now, it's still not that bad. Not the best of graphics, but it's doable, okay? It's pretty good, I would say. I mean, the graphics, when you look at things, when you look at the trees, when you look at the skies, when you look at the dinosaurs, pretty much everything, the graphics, they're pretty good. It's not that bad. The graphics is something I like, and it's something they don't really need to work on anymore, because it's pretty good. Another aesthetically, maybe not aesthetically, auditory thing that's nice about the game is the atmosphere, the sounds of the game. When you're in the middle of the jungle, it is utterly terrifying at times. You constantly have to be watching your back. You have to be looking at all sides. It really sounds like you're in the middle of a jungle, and it's pretty good. Now take a listen to this and you'll see for yourself. You can speak, but just don't It's pretty good, I know. And now continuing with the sounds in the game, the gunshots, the gunfires are pretty good. The dinosaur sounds are really good. The walking sounds are really good. Visually, auditory, the game is perfectly good. It's really good, and I actually really enjoy playing the game just for those things, to get that atmosphere. The atmosphere, I would say, is a 10 out of 10. Last time it tried to kill me, this time it will not. Hopefully. Oh my. What are you shooting at? Daniel, I am climbing up the mountain.
How are you not dead, my friend? Okay, well, I must have hit him then. Oh, you got him to run away. Nope, never mind. He's a bit autismus.
Uh-oh.
I'm reloading. Oh my god. Kill his ass.
I thought he was dead. Oh, what the hell?
How is he not dead? How is he not dead?
Something that you can't say about most other games about the community is actually a good community. It's a friendly community. It's a nice community. It's a good community. The community in Hunter Primal is very friendly. We met a guy called Michael from France, and he was very friendly. He was giving us stuff, saved us hours of gameplay. It was the people in the servers. They're really nice. They want to help you out, and I personally I like it. I don't know about you, but I want friendly community. Now let's move on to criticize the gameplay of the game now. Now, a part of the reason we're reviewing the Hunter Primal is we also want to make it a better game. And we can't just talk about the positive games unless we just don't want the game to improve. In order to improve, we're going to have to criticize the game. And there are quite a bit of things that if the developers came back, they have to work on them. One of the things for starters is the controls in the game. The controls need to work on. They've been having small patches. They did 2 patches, 2 updates within this year. I don't even know what they're doing. The controls haven't changed at all. Sometimes the controls won't even work. You're being attacked by a T-Rex, and when you're trying to crouch, you're trying to shoot, your controls sometimes would not work, and that's really unreliable. It's just frustrating, and it screws up your gameplay. Another simple thing the developers could do with such a simple update is the ability to host your own game. It's very hard to host your own game. You can't really. Daniel and me tried to do it, and it just didn't work. We had to download things. Make it simpler if you want more people to join on the game. Sticking with the servers are extremely unreliable. They will shut down on you in the middle of your gameplay. It's very frustrating. The thing is though, when you quit one server and you log onto another server, it can be in a different country, a different person, you'll have the things you found from the previous server, so you won't lose everything. I guess that is a plus, and I have to mention it. Let's put all of that aside though. Let's say you're in a game and you're playing with a friend. You want to meet up with that friend. It's gonna take a long while for you to find that friend you're with. You might spawn in the south side of the map. Your friend might spawn in the most northern point of the map, and you're gonna have to meet up. And just running through the dinosaurs, getting there, it's very hard. Me and Daniel had to go through 4 lives just to be near each other. Not even close to each other, just near. Not with each other, just near. And it's very frustrating. I feel like if you're with a game, or excuse me, a friend, you should be able to spawn at least near them or with them. That would help out a lot. Let's say you find your friend and you're with each other, you have some ammos and stuff. Certain parts of the map are going to have certain buildings that contain ammos. There's going to be, or weapons. There's going to be crates spread out all across the map with ammo, clothing, weapons. The map is kind of confusing because it's hard to find things. It's hard to find any new locations. For us to actually find things too at these locations, we had to look up pictures online. I just feel like they could work on that maybe a bit. Maybe add some icons on the map and be like, oh, this is over here. Oh, that's over there. The weapons are over here. And then maybe, I don't know. I feel like it would help out a lot, save some time. Even finding guns at these locations is a struggle. The gun finding rate is extremely low. One of you guys are literally going to be stuck with a bow for more than half the game, or half your life. It's just very hard to find guns, and when you do, you're going to have to find ammo, and that's very hard. It's frustrating, and it's literally time consuming. That's why when we found Michael from France, shout out to him, he saved us literally hours of gameplay. He probably had to be on for, I would say, an entire day, maybe even more, just to find all of that and give that to us. So what a homie. Thanks, Michael. You saved us literally an entire day. Also, a small bug is that sometimes when you're walking throughout the island, like this clip you're watching right now, there's this weird day-night cycle where it's suddenly daytime when it's like midnight, and it looks kind of weird. I don't know if that's a bug or if that's meant to be in the game, but it's kind of weird. Maybe they should change that. So on to the actual dinosaurs themselves. The dinosaurs AI, the way they function, is pretty dumb. It's actually just mind-blowing how dumb they are. The T-Rex is going to be charging at you full speed. You're going to be running away onto the running node in a quick second. They're just going to stop and then bite you, and then somehow you die. It's just very laggy. It's confusing. The AI's mechanics is very strange, laggy. I feel like they could work on that too. Because, I mean, the dinosaurs right now, they're okay. They just have a lot of bugs with them, and they work on them. That is literally the game. That's the whole point of the game. You came here to see dinosaurs, and when they're laggy to you, when they aren't dying when they're supposed to die, you know. On to the sprinting mechanic in the game, though. It is very dumb. I don't understand. I can understand why there is a sprinting mechanic. I don't understand why it takes forever for it to reload. It's just really annoying. It's so time consuming. You literally have to stand still for it to charge up all the way. And then when you have a T-Rex running after you, it's just very annoying. Very annoying. And this criticism might feel a bit unfair because it kind of attacks the whole point of the game. It's just the Hunter Primal is somewhat of a walking simulator. Half of the recording or the gameplay we have is just us walking to another location, just walking through the forest, which is, with the good atmosphere, it is pretty cool, but it gets kind of boring when you're walking through the middle of a jungle doing nothing, finding nothing for 30 minutes. I feel like I'd be using my time doing something else better because all I'm doing is walking. But if you're into walking simulators, then this is the game just for you. We literally have 30 minutes of gameplay that we recorded that is just us walking through the forest. But that's pretty much all we could find that the game could improve. And a lot of these criticisms, exception of a couple, the developers, if they came back, worked on a huge update. A lot of it can be fixed. And that's the frustrating thing. I don't understand why the developers just decided to ditch the game. It's a good idea, a good concept that works in theory. If they worked on it, worked a lot of these criticisms we made out and updated the game might actually be really fun, even perhaps more fun than games such as Rust, Don't Starve, because it is a fun game. Dinosaurs, who doesn't want to play with dinosaurs? We just want to call to the developers and say, come back. It's a good game right now. But if you actually came back, updated the game, cared about the game, showed some effort into the game in update wise, you might attract more people. The game's going to be 10 times more fun. And yeah. But I urge you watching, the first step to get the developers to come back is for you to buy the game. If you buy the game, it's relatively cheap. The developers might come back and update the game, and the game is going to drastically improve if you do. The Hunter Primal, as of now, is only $10. It's relatively cheap, but compared to other games. I think Rust is more expensive. Don't Starve is around the same range, but try this game out. Even though we like to criticize this game for a lot of reasons, it's still a game worth checking out, and we would want you to check out to get the developers to come back. Maybe you might spark that. On certain Steam sales, the game might be $5. Who even knows? I think I saw it $1 once. You should try it out. It's a game worth getting. It doesn't take long to download. And just try it out. It's an interesting game. And I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I'm going to give the Hunter Primal a right now an 8 out of 10. I think Daniel would assume that's a good rating for the game as of now. But this could easily be a 10 out of 10 game. And I hope you guys enjoyed the review. And I'll see you guys around for the next one.